Hello everyone. In this lecture, we'll study about Reliable Data Transfer Protocol with the version 2.2 and 3.0. Earlier, we have studied with RDT 2.1, which uses the acknowledgements. That is, if the sender is sending the data and no errors occur during the transmission, then receiver sends back the ACK back to the sender. So, sender receives the ACK, which means that there was no error during the transmission. So, if the sender receives the NAK, which means that there was error during the transmission and it needs to retransmit the packet. So here we used NAK and ACK. But here in case of RDT 2.2, we are just using the ACK. So you are just neglecting NAK here. So here RDT 2.2, it is called as a NAK free protocol, as we are not using NAK in case of this protocol. So here instead of NAK, the receiver is going to send ACK for the last packet it has received to be OK. So during transmission, the packet which is error free, it's going to send the acknowledgement of that packet which it has received at the last. So instead of using the NAK, again we are going to use the ACK for the last packet which the receiver has received properly. So receiver must explicitly include sequence number of the packet being acknowledged. So here, while sending the acknowledgement, the receiver should also mention the sequence number for which packet it is sending the acknowledgement. So here, duplicate acknowledgements at sender results in same action as that of the NAK. So if it receives the duplicate acknowledgements at the sender side, then it is considered as a NAK. That is, there was some error during the transmission and it's going to retransmit that current packet. So here we have the FSM diagram for RDT 2.2, that is some part we have, so we are going to call it as a sender FSM fragment. We can get the complete FSM diagram from the RDT 2.1. So here the one which is highlighted in the red color, it's going to change the difference that we can find in RDT 2.1 and RDT 2.2. Here we are in the initial state, that is wait for the data from the above layer, and the data, it has a sequence number as 0. So after getting the data, it's going to make the packet, make a packet, then it's going to send the data to the receiver. As soon as it sends the data, it will wait for the acknowledgement of that packet. Now when it is waiting for the acknowledgement, we can see the thing here. It has received an acknowledgement and it is a correct acknowledgement. When we are going to say it as a correct acknowledgement, it has received a acknowledgement for packet sequence number as 1, where it is waiting for the acknowledgement for sequence number 0. So when it is received the wrong packet, it's going to discard the acknowledgement and it's going to resend the packet which it had sent earlier. So here duplicate packet will be sent and it is still waiting for the acknowledgement of 0th packet. Now we assume that the sender has sent the packet and it is waiting for the acknowledgement 0, and it has received the acknowledgement 0, and during transmission the bit error does not occur. So it is non-corrupt packet and acknowledgement is 0. So the condition is satisfied. So it will move from wait for ACK 0 to the next state, which is wait for call 1 from the above. So here the difference is being highlighted. This is the FSM diagram for the sender side. Again we have a fragment from the receiver side. Here receiver is waiting for the packet 0 from the below layer, and here it's going to receive a packet and it is a corrupt packet because it has received a packet with a sequence number as 1, where it is waiting for sequence number 0. So here it's going to discard the packet and it's going to send the acknowledgement for packet number 1. That is the packet which it had received earlier. The correct packet it has received earlier. That is, it has received the packet 1 and it is waiting for the packet 0. So it is going to send the acknowledgement for packet 1 and it is waiting for the 0th packet. Now, you can see here, there is one more state here. That is, it has already got the acknowledgement. That is, it has already received the packet with the sequence number as 1. Whenever it has received the receiver has received the packet with the sequence number as 1, it's going to send the acknowledgement. So before sending the acknowledgement, you can see here RDT receive packet, and it is a non-correct packet and it has the sequence number as 1. After receiving the correct packet, it's going to extract the data, deliver the data to the above layer, and it's going to make a packet for this acknowledgement 1 and checksum, and it's going to send the packet, and after that it's waiting for the it is waiting to get the packet from the below layers. So this is the receiver FSM diagram. Next we have the RDT 3.0, which is called as a channel with errors and loss. So till now, whatever the protocols we have seen, all of them were with channels with errors, but we are not come across loss immediate. So here RDT 3.0, it is going to make a new assumption, that is underlying channel can also lose packets, and packets can be considered as a data packet as well as the acknowledgement packets. So here earlier the things whatever we have studied, such as checksum, sequence numbers, acknowledgements, retransmission of the data, they are not going to help much. So to avoid this problem or to overcome the problem of packet loss, we are going for the new approach. So in the new approach, we are going to use the timer. Timer is the sender will wait for certain amount of time to get the acknowledgement, and if it does not get the acknowledgement within that time, then it's going to retransmit the data. So before retransmitting the data, it will wait for the certain amount of time. So here sender waits for a reasonable amount of time for the acknowledgement and retransmits if no acknowledgement is received in this time. If packet just delayed, that is the packet is not lost in the network, but it will be delayed for certain amount. So retransmission will be duplicate, but sequence numbers will be already handled. That is, sequence number is going to handle this situation, and receiver, it has to specify the sequence number of the packet for which it is acknowledged. So for this new approach, we require a countdown timer. We'll just go through the FSM diagram here. Okay, the initial state is wait for the data from the above layer. As soon as you receive the data, you can see here it has received the data. After receiving the data, you are going to make the packet from the data, and after making the packet, you are going to send it. After sending the data, you are going to start the timer. As it is sender side, sender is going to start the timer. The timer is for acknowledgement. That is, suppose we are going to set the timer as 15 minutes. You have sent the packet and you have set the timer for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, sender will wait for the acknowledgement. If it does not receive the acknowledgement, then it is going to retransmit the packet which it had sent earlier. So here we have a concept of start timer. As soon as it starts the timer, it is waiting for the acknowledgement of that packet. It will wait for how long? Till timer times out. If the timer is going to time out, then it has not yet received the acknowledgement, and it's going to resend the packet, and again it will start the timer. And this will continue until it gets the acknowledgement for the particular packet. So now we have one more condition here. It has received the acknowledgement, and it has received the acknowledgement for packet 1, where it is waiting for the acknowledgement for packet 0. So it has received the wrong packet, so it's going to discard the packet and it is not going to perform any action. So it is going to be in the self loop. So we have the self loop here without any action. This is one of the condition, that is a error condition. We have two error conditions here. Next we'll go with the normal procedure, that is you have sent a packet and you are waiting for the acknowledgement 0, and you receive that is RDT receive packet, and it is a non-corrupt packet and the acknowledgement is 0. When you receive the acknowledgement within a given amount of time, then you are going to stop the timer and you'll move from wait for acknowledgement 0 to wait for call 1 from above. That is, you'll move from waiting stage of acknowledgement to the waiting stage of data. That is, after receiving the acknowledgement, you'll wait for the data from the above layer to transmit it to the lower layers. So here we have the condition. Again, this is waiting to receive the data from the above layer. As soon as it receives the data from the above layer, again it's going to make a packet with a sequence number as 1, and again it's going to send. After sending the packet, again it's going to start the timer. So if you receive the acknowledgement for the here you have the ACK1, and if you receive the acknowledgement 1, it's going to stop. Otherwise, if the timer times out, again retransmit the packet with the sequence number as 1, and this is going to continue. So this loop, it is going to continue for packets with the sequence number as 0s and 1s, and timer is a new thing that is being added to the RDT 3.0. So here we are going to come across some cases. So here we have a sender as well as the receiver. But how they are going to work? Here we'll first go with the no loss. No loss is the packet does not get lost during the transmission. So here sender is sending a packet 0, and receiver has received the packet 0, and after receiving the packet it will send the acknowledgement. It has received the acknowledgement for packet 0. After receiving the acknowledgement, it will send the next packet, that is a packet with the sequence number as 1. Send packet 1, receive acknowledgement, again send the next packet 0. So this is a scenario where no loss of the packet occurs. We'll just go here, the second scenario where we have a packet loss. Packet loss is sender has sent, receiver has received packet number 0, and after getting the acknowledgement, sender has sent the next packet, that is a packet number 1. After sending the packet, it has to start the timer, and this packet has been lost in the network. So you can check it. After sending the packet, the sender has started the timer. Timer is on, and it will wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver. But receiver does not get the packet 1 because it has been lost in the network. So it will wait for the certain amount of time from the for the acknowledgement from the receiver, and timer times out, and it's going to resend the packet with the sequence number as 1, as it has not received the acknowledgement. So here retransmission occurs. So receiver receives the packet and sends the acknowledgement. This is how it's going to continue. So here whenever the packet loss occurs, the sender waits for certain amount of time before retransmitting the duplicate packet. So here we have acknowledgement loss, the third scenario. Here the sender has sent the data, the receiver has received, and it's going to send back the acknowledgement. But what if acknowledgement itself gets lost in the network? So you can see a scenario here. Packet 0 it has received correctly. Packet 1 acknowledgement has been lost in the network. Although the receiver has sent, the sender does not receive the acknowledgement for packet 1. So it will wait for certain amount of time for the acknowledgement. As it does not receive the acknowledgement, the sender is going to retransmit the packet with the sequence number as 1. So it is a duplicate packet because it is waiting for a sequence number with the packet number as 0. But again it has received the packet number as 1, which it has received earlier. So as it is a duplicate packet, it will just send the acknowledgement to the sender, and it's going to reject the packet. This is the third scenario. Fourth one is delay, that is timer times out, and after that an acknowledgement appears. That is, we can see here. Okay, you can see here packet 0, no issues. We have a packet 1. Packet 1 has been sent from sender to the receiver, and the receiver has sent the acknowledgement, but it does not arrive at the sender within a timer. So you can see a delay here. It is going to arrive after certain amount of time. But the retransmission has already occurred. So as it did not receive any kind of acknowledgement, it has already retransmitted the packet. That is, duplicate packet has been sent. So here it's going to receive what packet number 1, where it is expecting packet number 0. So it's going to detect the duplicate packet and it's going to reject it. And after rejecting, it's going to send the acknowledgement for the same packet. Now, after receiving the acknowledgement for the packet 1, it's going to send the next packet, that is a packet with the sequence number as 0. Again, you can see a duplicate packet because that packet 0 was already sent and was already accepted by the receiver. So these are the 4 scenarios in case of RDT 3.0. So here we have a question. Explain RDT 2.2 and RDT 3.0 along with an FSM diagrams. Thank you.